All right, hello. It's 3:30, and welcome to the weather update. We're gonna just go over some of what's happening. We're gonna start with the satellite image because the satellite image is pretty impressive. If you look over here, you'll be able to see this storm off to the south here. There it is. Almost looks like it has an eye, and you can see the Arctic air coming down and pushing the clouds away. That was kind of an interesting satellite there to look at. You can see there. It's pretty cool to look at that. And then you got this up here. This is the Arctic air coming down. And we can actually change this to a Atlantic view here. Let's see if we can get a U.S. Atlantic coast view. Yes, let's do that. So get a look at this storm. Here it is. So there it is. Look at that. Doesn't look like a tropical system. It looks like an extra tropical, which is what it is. But quite a powerhouse storm offshore, and that's what's going to be winding the winds up later today into tonight, and we're going to be seeing some pretty vicious wind chills tonight into tomorrow. The gradient between this low pressure here and the high that is building down from Canada is going to definitely create some wind. And I think we're already seeing that. So let's look at some of the observations that we got going on right now across the area. Temperatures have dropped. Skies have cleared. You can see those wind gusts already starting to pop up. 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts there at Islip. Temperatures dropping through the mid-30s into the low 30s, and it's going to get colder as we go on into the night. You can see some pretty strong wind gusts in New Jersey, too. 32 miles an hour there as well. Yeah, we got some pretty strong winds, and we're going to actually start off with windy.com. And you can see, again, here's this powerhouse storm here in the Atlantic. And the gradient between that and the high building in is what's going to cause these winds to really ramp up as we head into tomorrow. So we'll look at windy.com, which is the Euro. You see the storm's far away, but there's a gradient, and that's what's going to be kicking up the wind tomorrow and causing the wind chills. And if we go to the wind gusts, you'll see here, those wind gusts are definitely going to make it feel a lot colder than it is. And look at some of the winds around this storm here, 100 miles an hour. That is quite an intense coastal storm right there. Look at that. 113. I mean, that is quite intense right there. This is it right now. So it's going to get stronger as it moves out. It's going to get energy, and who knows, maybe it'll try to develop some tropical characteristics. After all, there is some pretty warm water out there, so it could. But for us, this means wind gusts up around 40 miles an hour tomorrow, and that combined with the temperatures is going to make it feel pretty chilly. We look at the models, and we're just going to go over what it's going to be for this weekend into the beginning part of next week in this weather update, because again, this storm is impressive, and you can see, look at the tight isobars over us and that north wind coming down. So look at how wrapped up that storm becomes as it moves away. This is going to be a really intense storm in the Atlantic. Very unusual to see such an intense storm. You can see, look at the pressure gradient. Even though the storm's far away, you can see the tight isobars over us as that storm moves away. High builds in. We eventually see a little less wind on Saturday, and then this next system we're going to have to watch, which could wind up being a snow or a rain event. We're going to have to keep an eye on it because this one could get intense too. You can see it kind of bombs out there offshore. But again, we don't really have enough of models to really have an excellent idea of it. It probably there will be some mixing involved according to that how close that line is. So here is the GFS again, and you can see those tight isobars. That's the pressure gradient. It's going to keep the winds. The isobars get a little looser on Saturday, so we'll see less wind. And then here comes that next system. We're going to have to watch. This is the GFS, and you will see here that rain-snow line is awfully close to us. So again, water temperature is still above normal, so we may still wind up missing out on snow, even though we've got this Arctic air around. How crazy is that? We may miss out on a decent snowfall. So let's go to the temperatures. That's the next thing that we're going to go ahead and look at because they are going to drop. And we'll go over several models here. So here comes the drop tonight. This is the GFS. Look at that. Drops to around 10. So we'll get teens on Long Island. And then for tomorrow, you'll see we only get up. We struggle to reach the low 20s. Be a little warmer in Jersey. This shot's a little more directed at Long Island. And then for Saturday night, same thing again. Temperatures dropping well into the teens and a little colder in New Jersey this time. The cold air bleeds down a little more. And for Saturday, we only recover into the mid-20s. And then the cold air sticks around Sunday. But you can see there's like a surge of warm air that tries to change over the precipitation. But we're not going to really talk about the storm in this weather update. It's mostly about this cold Arctic air that we're dealing with. And it's also very dry air. If we look at the dew points, you'll see here, dew points are going to drop into the single digits, possibly below 0 tomorrow. So, yeah, some pretty dry air that we are seeing as well, which should lead to some pretty nice skies. I will look at another model, even though we don't use it for the temperatures. This is the HRRR. It's going to get really cold, and you combine that with the wind chills, and it's going to be pretty chilly. So this is the HRRR. Right, so you see it shows the cold air coming in tonight. You can see that. Look at that. It's coming right down from through New York, New Hampshire, right at Long Island for tomorrow. And then you'll see, again, overnight, we're north of the city, we're going to see single digits, and well north upstate, you're going below 0. But for us, we should see teens. And then for tomorrow, it's going to be hard. This is the highs tomorrow, and it's really struggling to get us into the 20s, especially on Long Island. So to see, then we drop. Maybe we'll see some single digits Saturday night on Long Island. I meant Friday night on Long Island, and then for Saturday, it's going to be a struggle to get those temperatures to get up into the 20s. With such cold air. However, we don't have snow cover, so if we had snow cover, it probably wouldn't even hit 20 because the snow cover helps reflect the sunlight. So let's look at, speaking of sunlight, let's go ahead and look at the skies right now. So here you go. We're going to have clear night tonight, but we'll have to watch the cloud development for tomorrow. It looks like more over New Jersey versus Long Island. Then for Saturday, we should have a clear day. That cirrus should be kept at bay before it rolls in on us on Sunday. That's the GFS. We can also look at the NAM sky cover as well. This is the 18Z run. I don't have enough of that in. We're gonna stick with 12Z runs here in this. So see the clouds, but yeah, it looks like it has a few more clouds over New Jersey, less over Long Island. And then for Saturday, should be clear more or less everywhere until like maybe late afternoon. You can also look at the RGEM as well. So here we go with the RGEM, and RGEM a little more in the way of clouds tomorrow. This RGEM here, and there could be some instability, cloudiness possibly. We'll have to see. Hopefully that's overdone. But if we don't get a sunny day tomorrow, we should certainly get one on Saturday. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. It's going to be a cold one. Arctic air is settling in. Stay warm, and thanks for watching.